Hi, my name is Ramesh, and in this part 2 of this video, I will discuss about possible hypothesis for this crash landing of Emirates flight EK521. When EK521 approached the runway 12L, everything looked to be normal and there was no emergency declared. When flight EK521 was 50 feet from touchdown, a powerful wind shear kept the aircraft floating in air and it passed the point where the pilots wanted the wheels to touch on the runway. The aircraft floated in air till the end of touchdown zone, and that's when the pilots got panicked and wanted to go for a go round. But by the time the wheels touched the runway once and bounced, the General Civil Aviation Authority based in Abu Dhabi, in consultation with National Transportation Safety Board NTSB and Rolls-Royce Company and Boeing Company, will conduct a thorough investigation and will release its final report within a year. Possible causes for this accident, an expert analysis. Due to gusty winds, the pilots could not land the plane at the spot on the runway they had chosen. As the plane was nearing the length of runway, they hurriedly decided for a go-round. Technology has made go-round a standard procedure. Pilots activate toga switch located at the backside of the throttle levers. If a pilot finds that he is unable to land safely, activating the toga switch will power up the engines for higher thrust, which in turn will increase the airspeed for a go-round. When toga is activated, the autopilot system does not follow ILS glide slope anymore, and it overrides the auto throttle, which would keep the aircraft in landing mode. In an emergency, activating the toga is the quickest way to gain thrust and lift to abort landing and go for a go-round for a second attempt at landing. This is where things started to go wrong for the pilots. When the plane was slowly gaining height, pilots retracted the landing gears and raised its nose. The angle of the nose should be below 15 degrees. The airplane gained height of around 100 plus feet, and then something went wrong and the airspeed dropped suddenly. The plane stalled and dropped onto the runway. There was not much time for the pilots to react. They had initiated a go-round procedure by activating toga, but EK521 had crash landed. Then why EK521 did not power up its engines for a go-round? Pilots would never land with a landing gear problem if such was the case. They would follow procedure, go around with instructions from ATC, dump fuel, give time for all emergency services to stand by, wait for ATC to divert other incoming planes, let ATC inspect the landing gear to check whether they deployed properly or not, sort everything out, take time, plan properly, and then make an attempt for landing. But this did not happen, and the accident happened suddenly. Emirates Airline adheres to best standards related to maintenance of their aircraft quality and has top-class infrastructure to service all the aircraft in their fleet, including the Airbus A380s. Explanation for plane not responding to toga. When the landing gear touched the runway once and bounced, sensors in the landing gear would have communicated to the autopilot computers that the plane has landed. So when the pilot activated toga after a few seconds, onboard computers inhibited and neutralized the toga as part of safety and design protocols and refused to power up the engines as per the command of the pilots. When pilots were facing a critical situation, they did not anticipate this and expected that the speed of the engines would increase. Explanation for plane not responding to toga. Pilots would have focused on watching pilots flying display for the airplane's nose to point upwards from a landing mode position and also watching the altimeter for signs of increase in speed. And suddenly, both the pilots realized that the engines are in ideal condition as auto throttle, retarded toga command, and airplane is reaching a stall condition due to low airspeed. The two engines of the Boeing 777 were at their lowest power setting as the landing sequence was initiated earlier. When the engine speed and thrust did not go up, pilots would have panicked and pressed the controls, tried to power up the controls manually, but it is too late. Effect of wind shear. Hundreds of Boeing 777s are taking off and landing in wind shear situations across the world on a daily basis, as Boeing 777 is a huge aircraft built to withstand wind shears, and this weather pattern alone rarely brings down a huge aircraft while landing. But when pilots attempted a go-round in wind shear, the standard procedure is to leave the aircraft configuration like landing gear, flap settings untouched. If the landing gear is down and the deployed position, it should not be changed till the aircraft climbs clear of the wind shear. But when pilots attempted a go-round in wind shear, the standard procedure is to leave the aircraft configuration like landing gear, flap settings untouched. If the landing gear is down and deployed, it should not be changed till the aircraft climbs clear of the wind shear. Same rule applies to flap settings. Subscribe now to know my latest videos. Subscribe now. Thank you for watching my video.